Hello my dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject Maths in Standard 7th. Today we are going to start our chapter number 13, Pythagoras' theorem. We will solve the questions from practice set 48. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my all videos. Name of chapter is Pythagoras' theorem. Children, we all know right angle triangle. This Pythagoras theorem can be applied to right angle triangle only. So what we have learnt about right angle triangle in our previous standard, let us recall that this is right angle triangle BCA or ACB or BAC. We can write the name of triangle in 6 different ways. So you can write the name like ACB, BCA or CBA, anything you can write as the name of this triangle. Why this triangle is a right angle triangle? Because angle C is 90 degree. Here we can see the symbol of 90 degree, and as one of the angle is of 90 degree, and that's why this triangle ABC or ACB is a right angle triangle. So when one angle is of 90 degree, we can say that the triangle is right angle triangle. And there are 3 sides in each and every triangle. We know that. Here also we can see 3 sides, side BC, side AC and side AB. So in between these 3 sides, the side which is exactly opposite to right angle, this side is exactly opposite to right angle, that side is known as hypotenuse of right angle triangle. So the side which is exactly opposite to right angle is known as hypotenuse of that right angle triangle. So, and remaining 2 sides are known as sides forming right angle. So we can observe here side BC and side AC, when joined together, angle C is formed. So angle C is formed due to side BC and side AC, and that's why side BC and side AC are known as sides forming right angle. So one of these sides can be considered as base of this right angle triangle, and the other side can be considered as height of this right angle triangle. It is not necessary that BC should be considered as height and AC should be considered as base. We can write BC as base also and AC as height also, because both these sides are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular means 90 degree angle is formed. So one of the side is height and the other side is base. So what can we say about right angle triangle? What can be the definition of right angle triangle, which we have seen last year? Let us see again. We know that a triangle with one right angle is called a right angle triangle, and the side opposite to right angle is called the hypotenuse. Now see, one activity is given in our textbook. Write the name of hypotenuse of each of the right angle triangle shown below. So here in triangle ABC we have to write the name of hypotenuse. As I have explained to you all, hypotenuse is the side which is exactly opposite to right angle. So in triangle ABC we can observe that angle B is right angle. So side opposite to right angle is AC, and that's why AC is hypotenuse of triangle ABC. Similarly, when we observe triangle LMN, angle L is 90 degree and side which is exactly opposite to angle L is side MN. So side MN is hypotenuse in this right angle triangle. Similarly, in triangle XZY, angle Y is 90 degree and side which can be seen exactly opposite is side XZ. So side XZ is hypotenuse of triangle XYZ. So in this way we can write the names of hypotenuse in this activity. And AC is the hypotenuse of triangle ABC, MN is the hypotenuse of triangle LMN, and XZ is the hypotenuse of triangle XYZ. And this hypotenuse is the longest side of right angle triangle. This side is longer than remaining 2 sides. This also we have to keep in mind. Now let us see what is Pythagoras' theorem. So Pythagoras was a Greek mathematician of 6th century BCE. he made important contributions to mathematics. His method of teaching mathematics was very popular. He trained several mathematicians. So he was the mathematician of 6th century from the country Greece. So, and he made important contributions in mathematics. He invented various formulas, various theorems in mathematics, and under his guidance, many of his students were trained. So people of many countries had long known of certain principles related to right angle triangle. It is also given in the book called Shulva Sutra from ancient India. So in our Indian mathematics books also, we can see the terms related to right angle triangle. The name of book is Shulva Sutra, but the theorem was first proved by Pythagoras, and that's why, as Pythagoras was the first to prove the theorem, it is named after him. And this theorem of Pythagoras states that, so what is the statement of Pythagoras theorem? Just read it. In right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides. So this is the statement of Pythagoras theorem. Let us see how this statement is applied to right angle triangle. So here one example is there. We can observe this triangle ABC here, where AC is hypotenuse, BC is base, and AB is height. Now with reference to the figure alongside, the theorem of Pythagoras can be written as follows. In triangle ABC, angle B is right angle. Then how to write Pythagoras theorem, or how to apply Pythagoras theorem? Length AC square, that means hypotenuse square, is equal to length AB square plus length BC square. So hypotenuse square of the hypotenuse will be equal to sum of squares of remaining two sides. So remaining two sides can be base and height. So generally in right angle triangle, one of the sides forming right angle is taken as base, as I have told you previously, and the other side can be taken as height. So in between these two sides, side AB and side BC, one side we can consider as base and the other side can be considered as height. And so the formula can be like this: hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. So hypotenuse is AC square is equal to base square means AB square plus height square means BC square. In this way, we can apply Pythagoras theorem to any right angle triangle. But it is important to notice that Pythagoras theorem can be applied only to right angle triangle. It cannot be applied to any other type of triangle. So let us see how we can apply and how we can solve the sums based on Pythagoras theorem. So we will solve practice set. So now let's start practice set 48. So the questions from practice set 48, first question is, in the figures below, find the value of x. Wherever, at whichever side x is written, we have to find the value of that side. That means we have to find the length of that side. So as we all can see, all these triangles are right angle triangles. So we can apply Pythagoras theorem to get the length of that particular side which is shown by x. So let us see one by one here. In the first triangle LMN, we have to find the length of side LN. Then in PQR, we have to find the length of side QR and in triangle EDF, we have to find the length of ED. So one by one we solve the sums. Now see children, this is the first triangle LMN. So we start writing solution by writing the name of triangle. In solution, we first write the name of triangle. Triangle LMN is a right angle triangle. And which angle is of 90 degree? Angle M is equal to 90 degree. So in this way, first statement we have to write about the name of right angle triangle, and then we have to write the name of right angle, name of 90-degree angle. Now as M is right angle, so the side which is exactly opposite to the right angle will be the hypotenuse. That means side LN is hypotenuse. Okay, and then from this remaining two side LM and LN, one side will be base and the other side will be height. Okay, so for here I will write hypotenuse means hypo, this is base, and this side will be height. So in this way we can find out the hypotenuse, base and height, so it will become easy to apply Pythagoras theorem now. So after writing the name of right angle triangle and name of angle which is having 90-degree measurement, we should write by Pythagoras theorem. And then we write the formula which is given by Pythagoras. So formula is hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. So after writing this statement of by Pythagoras theorem, we should write the formula hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Now here we have written which side is hypotenuse, which side is base, and which is the height. So we will be writing the name of sides now. Hypotenuse is ln, so we should write length ln. Now hypotenuse square is there, so we have to put square here, length ln square. Similarly, base name is mn, so we write length mn, but base square is there, so we have to put square to mn also. Plus sign is there, so put plus sign. Height square, height is lm, so I write length lm, and square is there, so we have to put square. So after writing the names, we will put the values. Ln value is given x, so x, ln square is there, so that's why we have to write x square is equal to sign, below is equal to sign, mn square, mn value is 24, so 24 square plus lm square, lm is 7, therefore 7 square. Now see on left hand side x square is there, we cannot do anything with x square write as it is first. Then we write the squares of 24 and 7. 24 square we all know it is 576, and 7 square is 49. Now we can add these two numbers, so we will be adding the numbers. X square is equal to, add 6 plus 9 is 15, 1 carrying, 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 plus 1 is 12, again 1 carrying, 5 plus 1 is 6. So 625 we are getting. X square is equal to 625, but we require the value of x only, but here we are getting x square. So what should be done to remove the square from this? We have to take square root of both the sides. So we should write taking square root of both sides. So we will take square root of both sides. That means what? We put x square also under square root symbol and 625 also under square root symbol. So when square of square root, that means square root of square or square of square root is there, so that square and square root symbols cancel each other. Square and square root will cancel each other, and we will get only x on the left hand side, only x on the left hand side, and this is number, this is variable, and variable square is there, so square and square root cancel each other, only x we will get here, and number is there, so we should find out this number is square of which number. 625 is square of which number? 625 is square of 25, we all know that. That's why square root of 625 is 25. So in this way only x value we have got here, x is equal to 25, hypotenuse is equal to 25. Similarly, same way, same method we will be applying to solve the next sum. Solution we start by writing the name of right angle triangle. Name of right angle triangle is triangle PQR. Is a right angled triangle. Angle, which angle is 90 degree? Angle Q is 90 degree. At Q we can see 90 degree symbol, so angle Q is equal to 90 degree. Okay, now we will be writing by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, we write the formula: hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Now we will be writing the names of hypotenuse, base and height. Now see children, which side is exactly opposite to right angle? As Q is the right angle, the side exactly opposite to right angle, side which is exactly opposite to right angle is side PR. So side PR will be the hypotenuse. And then from remaining two sides, one side can be taken as base and the other side can be taken as height. So we can take QR as base and PQ as height. You can take PQ as base and QR as height. It will not make any difference. It is one and the same thing. So from these two sides, one side can be taken as base and the other side will be the height. So hypotenuse square, we will be writing the names now. Hypotenuse is PR. So length PR square is there. So we put square. Length PR square is equal to base. Base we have taken QR. So Q length QR square, plus sign is there, put plus sign, and then height is PQ. Length PQ square. Now after writing the names, we should write values of this hypotenuse, base and height. Hypotenuse value is given 41, so we should write 41 square is equal to QR. QR is base, base is x, so we should write x square plus PQ. PQ is 9, therefore 9 square. Now next step is we have to write the squares of numbers. 41 square we have to find out. How to find? 41 multiplied by 41 will be 41 square. So let us do multiplication in rough page. 41 into 41. 1 into 1, 1, 1 4s are 4, 4 1s are 4, here 0 or cross we can put 4 4s are 16. So 1, 4 plus 4, 8, 1 6 8 1 is the square of 41. So I write here 1 6 8 1 is equal to x square. 9 square we all know, you should by heart the squares at least till 25. So 9 square is 81. Now what should be done to get the square value for x? This plus 81 should be transferred on left hand side either, or this full terms from left to right we will be transferring. That means what? We will exchange the side. We will write this right hand side of our equation. Which is the right hand side? Right hand side is the side which is at right of equal to sign. This is equal to sign and this is the side which is at right side. So it is known as right hand side. It is known as right hand side and this is known as left hand side. So this is right hand side, this is left hand side. We will exchange the side. We will write this right hand side to left and left hand side to right. So let us write this. Therefore x square plus 81 is equal to 1681. Why we have to write here? Here we did not do anything like this because both the numbers were there on the right hand side. So we can solve them, we can add them on the right hand side. But here both the numbers are not there on the right hand side. One number is there on the left hand side, the other number is there on the right hand side, and this variable is also there on the right hand side. In this sum the variable was there on the left hand side, so we did not require to do all these things in this sum. In this sum very easy. The variables we can keep on writing down on left hand side. On right hand side there will be addition of numbers, but here one number is on the left hand side, other number is on the right hand side, so we have to extend the side because this variable is on the right hand side. So I have exchanged the sides. Now after exchange, what I am going to do, I write x square as it is, this 1681 as it is, only 81, only this 81 I am going to transfer from left to right. So while transferring, what will happen, this plus 81 will become minus 81. When we transfer only one number from one side to the other side, this plus 81 will become minus 81. Here we have transferred full side from one side to other side. Oh, okay, we have exchanged the side, so we did not change the sign. But now in this step we are transferring only one number, only 81 is transferring, that's why plus 81 will become minus 81. When single number or single term is transferred from one side to other side, its sign will change. Always keep this in mind. So now this subtraction we can do here on the right hand side. Okay, both the numbers are there, we can do the subtraction. Now it has become easy. X square is equal to 1681 minus 81 will be 1600. Okay, so now we are getting the value of x square. We require the value of only x, so what should be done, taking square root of both sides. So I will be writing here taking square root of both sides. So we will put both this number under square root symbol, x square under square root 1600 under square root. So square and square root cancel each other, only x we will get, and 1600 is square root of 40. We all know that because 16 is square of 4, and instead of these two zeros we can write 10. So 1600 is square of 40, and that's why the answer is 4040. Now let us go on third sum. Third sum, name of triangle is EDF. So I write here solution. Triangle EDF is a right angled triangle. And then which angle is 90 degree? Angle D is 90 degree. I can write here angle D. Write the symbol of angle properly. Angle D is 90 degree. So after writing the name of right angle triangle, name of angle which is having 90 degree measurement, we should write by Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Now after writing by Pythagoras theorem, we should write the formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Now see in this diagram, D is right angle, so side which is exactly opposite to D, is side EF. So side EF will be the hypotenuse. And then from remaining these two sides, one side can be considered as base and the other side can be considered as height. So in this way we can write base and height. Now write the names of hypotenuse, base and height in the solution. Hypotenuse is EF, side EF is hypotenuse. So I write here length EF. Square is there, we put the square, is equal to base. Base is ED, so length ED or DE, we can write anything, DE square plus length DF is the height. So DF square. Now see EF value is 17. So I write 17 square is equal to DE value we have to find out, that is x. X is there. So we write x square plus DF is 8. So we write 8 square. Now 17 square, we all know it is 289 is equal to x square as it is, and 8 square is 64. Now what we will do, as x square is there on the right hand side, this full side we will transfer on left, and full side we will transfer on right. This right hand side, this is the right hand side, 289 is the right hand side, and x square plus 64 is the left hand side. Sorry, this is left hand side, this is on the left side of the equation, so this should be the left hand side. This is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. So this full right hand side we transfer on left, and full left hand side we transfer on right. Okay, so in this way we will be writing the next step. So I am just erasing it first and then we will write the next steps. So I write this full side, x square plus 64 is equal to 289. Now next step, I will be transferring only 64, only this 64 number. So x square as it is I write on left side, 289 as it is I write on right side. Only plus 64 I transfer, it becomes minus 64. X square is equal to 289 minus 64, we can do, it will be 225. Now we are getting the value of x square. What should be done next? By taking square root of both sides. So we will put this under square root symbol x square and under square root symbol 225. Here square and square root cancel each other and we will get only x, and 225 is square of 15. So 225 square root is 15. So in this way we can solve all the sums from question number 1 of practice set 48. Now let us go on question number 2. Now let us read this second question. In a right angle triangle PQR, angle P is 90 degree, length PQ is 24, length PR is 10, find the length of segment QR. So triangle PQR is given. Let us draw the diagram and then find out which is the hypotenuse, which is the base and which is the height. So as you all can see, I have already drawn a right angle triangle here. I can put a symbol of right angle here. Now in a right angle triangle PQR, angle P is 90 degree. This P is 90 degree. Okay. So we can write remaining 2 points as Q and R. So whichever angle is 90 degree, we have to write that point at 90 degree. So as P is given 90 degree, I have put this point P at 90 degree. Now what is given? PQ is 24 centimeter. This PQ side is 24 centimeter of length and PR side is 10 centimeter of length. We have to find the length of QR. So let us start our solution by writing the name of right angle triangle. Triangle PQR is a right angled triangle, and as we all know, angle P is equal to 90 degree. Now what should be written next? By Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so Pythagoras theorem, we have to write the formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Now hypotenuse, which should be the hypotenuse, as P is the right angle, P is of 90 degree. So side which is exactly opposite to right angle will be taken as hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. Okay. Then one side can be taken as base and the other side can be considered as height. So in this way you can find out hypotenuse, base and height. Now we will be writing the names here. Hypotenuse is QR. So length QR square. Okay, so length QR square we have written is equal to base. Base name is PR. So length PR square plus height name is PQ. So either you can write PQ or QP, one and the same thing. Length PQ square. Next we will be writing the values. Now QR value is not known to us, so I will be writing length QR square as it is, or sometimes we can write X or Y. We can use variables instead of the names of that particular side. So if you want you can write X square also. I am writing only QR square is equal to PR value is given 10, so 10 square plus PQ square is given, PQ value is given 24, so 24 square. Again length QR square as it is I write, and I can solve the right hand side of this equation. This is called the right hand side. So 10 square I can solve, it is 100. 24 square I can solve, it is 576. Again I write length QR square on the left hand side of this equation, and 100 plus 576, this sum I can solve. So 100 plus 576 will be 676. Now QR square I am getting. I don't require square. I have to remove this square. So for removing this square, what should be done? Taking square root of both the sides. So I will put both these sides under square root symbol. Under square root, length QR square is equal to under square root 676. Now this square and square root cancel each other, this cancel each other, and we will be getting only length QR is equal to, what is the square root of 676? It is 26. So 26 centimeter we should write. Everywhere centimeter is there. So length QR is equal to 26 centimeter is the answer of our question. Next question, in the right angle triangle LMN, angle M is 90 degree, LM is 12, LN is 20. Find the length of seg MN. So in the previous sum, question number 2, I have shown you by drawing the diagram of right angle triangle PQR, and then we have solved the sum. Now see children, this sum can be solved without drawing the diagram also. In triangle LMN, this M is 90 degree. M is 90 degree. So that means what? The vertex M, at vertex M there is 90 degree angle. So remaining two vertices L and L, LN will make hypotenuse. So from LN there will be hypotenuse, LM and MN will be base and height. So if you don't draw the diagram also, it will be okay, it will be done. So without drawing diagram we can solve the sum, but here I will be showing you by drawing the diagram of right angle triangle. So let us draw the diagram. So I have drawn this right angle triangle. We will be showing the names of point here, point M at 90 degree. Then remaining 2 points will be L and N. Okay. Now LM is 12. LM is 12 centimeter. LN is 20. LN is 20. Okay, we have to find MN. So start the solution. Triangle LMN is a right angled triangle. Where angle M is equal to 90 degree. Now what should be written next? By Pythagoras theorem. We write the formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Now hypotenuse, as we all can see, it is the side opposite to 90 degrees. So ln will be the hypotenuse. Therefore length ln square is equal to base can be taken as mn. So length mn square plus height can be taken as lm. So length lm square. Now after writing the names, we should write the values. ln value is 20, so 20 square. Mn value we have to find out. Mn, length of Mn we have to find out. So length of Mn square I should write as it is. And Lm square is 12. So 12 square. We first find out the square of these numbers. 20 square, 2 square is 4 and then 2 zeros, 400. This length Lm square we cannot do anything right now. So we write length Mn square as it is, and 12 square we all know it is 144. Now what I will do, I will transfer this full right hand side to left and full left hand side to right. So I will write this right hand side on the left side. Length Mn square plus 144 is equal to 400 on the right hand side. Now this 144, only one number, single number I am going to transfer from left to right. So length Mn square as it is I am writing is equal to sign as it is, 400 as it is, only plus 144 will become minus 144. Length Mn square again as it is we have to write. Now subtract 400 minus 144. This will be 6. Correct. Then 10 minus 4 is 6. 1 we have borrowed from here. So 9. 9 minus 4 will be 5. 3 minus 1 will be 2. So in this way we are getting 256. Now Mn square value we are getting. We should get only Mn. For that we have to write taking square root of both the sides. We should take square root of both sides. That means we have to put under square root symbol. Length Mn square is equal to under square root 256. Now Mn square and square root cancel each other. We will be getting only length Mn, and 256 is square of 16. We all know 16 centimeter. So in this way length Mn we have got 16 centimeter. Now let us see this fourth question. The top of ladder of length 50 meter reaches the window of 90 meter above the ground. Let us see how to solve this sum. I have written on the page. We start the solution. And without drawing the diagram, this sum cannot be solved. So we will draw the diagram here. Okay, so now I have taken my ruler here. Read the question and according to given data in the question, we will draw the diagram. The top of a ladder means we call it shidi in Hindi. So that shidi reaches the top of shidi reaches, which is having the length 15 meter. That ladder's length is 15 meter. It reaches the window 9 meter above the ground. There is a building, and in that building there is a window, and that window is 9 meter above the ground. From ground, for example, if this is a ground, if I can draw a ground will be horizontal like this, and from that ground there is a window in a building. That window is 9 meter above. Okay, so this is the window here. maybe this is point A, and point A there is a window, and this window is 9 meter above from the ground. From ground it will be 9 meter above, and we all know building are erect, building are straight, so here it will be 90-degree angle. The base of building and the window, it may be B. Okay, base of building point is B. So from base till window the height is 9 meter, the length is 9 meter. Then the ladder is put in such a way that ladder is of length 15 meter, reaches the window. Ladder is also kept on the ground, and from ground it is kept in such a way it reaches the window. So for example, if this is a ladder, I can draw the ladder like this. This is a ladder, and this ladder is of 15 meter of length. So AC is a ladder. Okay, so in this way we get right angle triangle here. So we have to write all this information properly in the diagram form in solution. So write length AC represents a ladder. AC represents a ladder, and therefore AC is equal to 15 meter. Then length AB is height of window from ground. Okay, it is height of window from ground. AB is the height of window from ground. So therefore AB is equal to 9 meter. What we have to find out, what is the distance between the base of wall is B, and that of ladder. Till ladder, from the base of wall till ladder, this distance we have to find out. That means we have to find BC. To find the distance between base of wall and ladder, that means what is we have to find, therefore to find length of BC, this we have to find out. Okay, so in this way we have written the information related to diagram from given data in the question. Now we can solve the sum. So from this what we can see, that always wall is erect, wall is straight. So we write wall is straight, otherwise you don't write, it is okay. We directly write therefore triangle ABC, or we can write the wall is erect, and therefore angle B is equal to 90 degree, and therefore triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Now when we write a right angle triangle, what should be written? By Pythagoras theorem. So we write here by Pythagoras theorem. Now after writing by Pythagoras theorem, what should be written? The formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Now base is hypotenuse is AC, so we write length AC square. Base is BC, so we write length BC square, and height is AB, so we write length AB square. So now we will be writing the values. AC square, AC value is 15, so we write 15 square. BC we have to find out. and AB square is 9. So 9 square. So we first find out the values of this square and then we solve the next steps. 15 square we all know 225, 225. Length BC square as it is I am writing. 9 square we all know it is 81. Now what is to be done, because BC square is on the right hand side, we have to transfer this full right hand side to left and full left hand side to right. So I am going to transfer here. Is equal to 225. Now next step is we transfer this plus 81 from left to right. So length BC square as it is, we have to write 225 as it is. Only plus 81 we are going to transfer, it becomes minus 81. So therefore length BC square is equal to 225 minus 81, 5 minus 1, 4, and 22 minus 8 will be again 14. So BC square we are getting 14. Square is there, we only require BC. So what should be done? We have to write taking square root of both the sides. So we write square root symbol. Length BC square is equal to square root symbol 144. Okay, and then square and square root cancel each other. We will be getting only length BC and 144 will be, square root is 12. So 12 meter. All the units are in meter in this sum. So we should write meter. Length BC we have got 12 meter. Our question is in the word problem. So we should write the answer statement properly. What is the distance between the base of wall and that of ladder? The distance between base of wall and ladder is BC. So we should write the answer statement. Therefore answer statement I am going to write here. The distance between the base of wall and that of ladder is 12 meter. So in this way all sums from practice set 48 is over.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.